Hello, Sharif here, and I want to spend a little bit of time talking with you about this upcoming video series that I'm going to be doing. One of the things that happens to me fairly frequently is people will call or write, or I'll run into them, and they'll ask me a question about current events or what's in the news, or what's the Commonway perspective on such and such? What's the inclusive way of looking at or dealing with some other thing? And I'll answer them. And then I'll realize that was a really good question. And I gave them a really good answer. And it just kind of sits there because there's no mechanism for getting it out any further than that. Especially for current events. They come and go so quickly. By the time I rev up a really big video on it, the event's not current anymore. So part of the reason for doing these short videos and doing them on a regular basis is to capture interesting questions, and actually to capture also interesting responses. Another reason is we've all heard the saying, speaking truth to power. And that sounds like a really cool thing to do. But when you think about it, those who are in power right now have their own truth, and they are very, very happy with it. They have no intention of changing it. And all you're going to do by speaking your truth to people who don't want to hear it is you're going to annoy them. And besides annoying people, if that's your goal, then go for it. But besides annoying people, maybe what we should be doing is speaking truth to each other. Speaking truth to those who are confused, sitting on the sidelines, not knowing what to believe, not knowing where to go, etc. I think that, I'd rather spend my time speaking truth to them, speaking truth to you, and seeing where we go different. What is the path that we go that's different from those who are in power right now? So that's a very different way of looking at it. It doesn't sound nearly as soundbitey, but I don't think we should be speaking in sound bites. I think we should be speaking to each other as clearly and directly as we can. The third reason for doing these is I think that we need to practice thinking. One of the things that we do so much is react, and sometimes we don't even have time to react before the next soundbite comes to us, the next tweet comes to us, the next blog entry comes to us, and I think that we need to stop the frenetic reaction to a world that's actually going away. These frenetic actions toward the caterpillar. What we need to be doing is calmly, systematically, with our hearts wide open, we need to be conceiving of the butterfly, of what will it take for us to go into a new world, a new way of thinking. We need to learn how to practice deep thought. And we need to learn how to practice deep thought with each other, not with anonymous people who are making comments on various social media platforms, etc. We need to get real with each other. So, this series is going to last about a month. My intention is to go do 3 videos a week. After 30 days, if there's not a big response, I'll stop doing it. I'll do something else. If there is a good response, I'll continue doing it and maybe actually go deeper. There's some things that I've wanted to do, and I'll be doing a few experiments in this series. One of the experiments that I want to do is in my book, and I know I have the book here somewhere. Oh, in my book, Practicing Wisdom, one of the things that I had, even while I was writing this, I wanted to take one of these thoughts, one of the wisdom statements, and just really explore it. Explore, what does this actually mean? What does it mean to you today? Let's see how we can make meaning out of this. Another thing that I want to do is look at the news stories, the top stories, and start analyzing, why does someone want you to believe this? Whatever it may be, what's the British royal family doing next? As though that matters to anybody except the British royal family. What disaster is looming over our heads, and what can we do about it? Just to really start taking this apart and analyzing it from this very different perspective that we hold as people who deeply believe that it is possible to create a world that works for all living beings. So, 30 days, I'll have a number of opportunities to share this with you. And if you write back and say, this is a really good idea, please keep it up, I'll please keep it up. If nobody's interested, then my feelings won't get hurt. I'll cry in my sleep. No, it'd be time for me to be serious. The camera is rolling, and but I will respond as you are to the level of your interest. If there's some question that you want me to cover, I'll be glad to include that in this weekly video series. Okay, that's long enough on that, and so I will look forward to seeing you. I'll try to do these live. They'll definitely be recorded. Whether I can do all of them live or not is another story. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to get a handle on all the technology involved, and we'll see where we go. So, looking forward to going forward with you on this, and we'll talk more about this in the future. Talk to you later. Bye.